Good evening, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful day. Share this link real quick and we'll get started here shortly. What a reversal today. What a reversal. All right. Just give it a few seconds here. As always, this session will be recorded and I will post the recorded link as soon as we are done. All right, let's get started here. Well, let's start with SPY. SPY today was lagging compared to the Qs, which is your tech world. But eventually it caught up at the end of the day and it closed above our resistance at 380.50 area and even above 9 EMA. So tomorrow we'll be watching this 380 level to hold, for the next target being 385.80 and then 389.75 being the upper targets as long as 380 holds tomorrow. But if it does not hold, we're probably going to sell off. Again, a reminder, we have FOMC meeting tomorrow. I can't remember if Paul is talking or not, but I'll have to double check. I don't think he is, but we have other econ data as well. So watch 380 level tomorrow. If it loses tomorrow, we are going to most likely head back down. But stay long as 380 holds on SPY. Qs were on fire today. I mean, I saw some of the stocks, they were like breaking through resistance like, slice of cake. It broke through this 385 and the 9 EMA like it was nothing. The end of the day rally was crazy. On the upper target, I'll be watching 288.20 and then 293 area directly. So as long as this Qs can hold on to 285 tomorrow, I think we're going to see some run-ups going into the ER session. So it's going to be definitely interesting. Amazon is pretty much invalidating this head and shoulder pattern. It did not broke through down here, but it is actually headed up, breaking through 109 and 112.65. The next resistance I'll be watching, a big resistance, is at 116, which also coincides with very closely to our 50 SMA, which is this right here, the thick blue line. So we'll be watching really closely. It's been a long time since Amazon or any other tech has been above 50 SMA. So that is your huge resistance, guys. So definitely keep an eye on that one. If it breaks through that, we're going to see a nice run up to 120s and then 125 area. Tesla. If you guys remember this one, we talked about it yesterday. If you guys saw yesterday's video, I did mention as long as 650 holds, you're gonna see red to green day, and there it goes. Oh, there you go. Joe says no power. Thank you, Joe. But Tesla, yeah, the 700, of course, is going to be our big resistance. But if it can hold in the first 15 minutes tomorrow, and if it can hold on to 700, we can push to 734 area and then to this 50 SMA, which is around 755. So that will be very interesting if it's going to break through that. I'll be amazed if it does. But here I was looking at it on weekly as well. Look at this weekly. It has had hard time crossing through this 9 EMA and staying above that, guys. So watch this level. 735 would be your big resistance because that is also crossing here with your 100 SMA. So definitely keep, worth keeping an eye on Tesla. But above 700, I would definitely buy 720 calls actually for next week. I really like it with our stop below 695. Google, my God, what a day. What a day. This thing definitely faked me out today. I did not play it, but I honestly, look at this. It broke the trend this morning. It was a bear trap. And then it just zoomed up like it, wow, just amazing. But look where it stopped, right at this 50 SMA. So any open tomorrow above 2270, I would buy calls for weekly scalp only 2300s. Or you can buy next week's too to be safe with your stop being 2265. If it breaks 2265s, you want to cut that position because it's going to drop below 50 SMA. But above 2270, go ahead and buy calls. You'll make decent money out of that. Sharp, as all the growths are starting to pick up some steam here with little volume. If this is a real move, you can watch for Sharp to go because it is relatively pretty cheap compared to the other ones right now. And I would watch 3370 area to hold tomorrow. If it's going to hold on to it, as you can see, we have rejected here quite a few times, guys. But it did close on a brighter note above 9 EMA. So as long as 3370 holds, I would stay long on Sharp. I really like this one. I might play this one tomorrow. So definitely keeping an eye on this one. OCTA, who played this trade idea from our weekly review? This thing was a beautiful cup and handle, which broke through, and it broke through above 50 SMA. We were in these calls today and they paid amazingly. But I will be watching again this one tomorrow if it holds on to this 101.80 to 102 area, because this one has a lot of room to the upside, guys, a lot of room to the upside. And the volume is increasing as well. I haven't seen any further call buying, but I think they will step in once it starts going here because this breakout usually continues. So definitely keep an eye on this. OCTA might not be done. But there are two scenarios here, okay? You can play this two ways. If it breaks above 102.50 and it holds, you go for it, buy 110 calls for July 17th, all right? Or if it comes back down to retest this 50 SMA, that is your thick blue line, right? Which is at around 96.66 right now. So close to 97 area. If you get an entry around that area, I would really, really look for entering that position, because usually when this kind of breakouts happen, they will usually, might come back, retest this, and then go back up. And, with the volume increasing and the bullish divergence, this can really, really pop. And these things have taken a huge haircut, guys. And cloud and growth are the first ones to take off before the market does. So I will be watching all these small names for sure. TDOC is the other one. I'm watching this closely as well. It is unable to break through this after this huge gap down. But if it breaks through this 40 area, I will definitely look to buy some calls because this is going to squeeze up as well. But I won't mind shorting either if it comes here, because it will come back down to 36 area. So keep a close eye on this one. Again, I'm showing you, look at this volume, right? There's a volume right here. There was a divergence as well, because if you look at it this way, before I did that, this is called bullish divergence. So definitely keep an eye on this one as well. Costco, who played this today? I did not get to play it because I was in 3 different plays, so I did not enter it, but there was a trade idea on this one. So this one, it was pretty interesting. You could have played both ways. As soon as it broke this 487.80, you would have made good 30-40% on this one. And as soon as it broke 485 right here, it came all the way down to 478. So you could have played this one on both sides. But tomorrow, again, I'll be watching this very closely because this is the first candle after a long time. If you look at it right here, since April, all right, since April, this thing has not closed above 50 SMA. This thick blue line is your 50 SMA. So if it holds tomorrow, which is around 483.76 area, so if it holds tomorrow, I think this one is headed to retest this area right here, 500, and then to 511 area. So definitely worth keeping an eye on Costco. Again, Costco pays really, really good, guys. So keep an eye on it. The last two I'm watching is Etsy. Tomorrow I'll be watching Etsy as well because I did see some dated calls coming in for this one for August. They were buying some August calls on this one, 85 and 90. They were in the money as well. And it broke through 50 SMA. There are quite a few of these growth names are trying to break through that. So what you can do is, try to find a couple growth stocks and see which are still below 50 SMA. And, you can try and enter those positions as well because they will eventually break out. So this one, I really like it. There are two scenarios on this one. You can play this one is if it breaks through this 88-70 area, you can buy some next week's 90 calls and play up to this resistance, which is at 90 to 80. Or tomorrow, if it opens below 88, you can short this one by buying 85 puts for July 15th. And this might come back and retest this 50 SMA breakout because this was a huge resistance before it broke through that. So definitely worth keeping an eye on all these because you can make a lot of money through this volatility. The last one I'm watching is IBB. Look at this chart, a beautiful breakout after a long time. And these biotech names tend to do pretty well during recession time. So, and look at this volume, huge. So any retest to 120 area, 120 to 121, I'll take 121 as well, guys. This, and buy at least a month out on this. And I think these will break out pretty hard. This has a lot of room to the upside, a lot of room. Look at this volume and look at this RSI. These are the kind of stocks you want to get into and make money. Just don't try and focus on these tech stocks, which are getting beat up due to these recession talks and the high yield and all that, et cetera, et cetera. These won't get affected too much. So you can play these. But yeah, definitely try and get into this one with stop below 120. All right, folks, this is all I have for today. And I will post a recorded link here shortly in about a couple of minutes, and I will see you all tomorrow. Kuntal Shah, yes, I already went over Tesla. It is during the beginning of this video. I'll post a recorded link on the Twitter here shortly, all right? You guys have a wonderful evening.